Hey guys, happy Friday. I hope you're ready for the weekend and that you have a good one planned. So, I wanted to come on here to talk to you about kind of a follow up to the conversation I recorded yesterday from the car share, um, and really just bring up something that I think is important to mention. This comes from an exchange with one of my followers on Instagram who I can't really reply to properly because I hate writing on long things on Instagram. So I'm just like, let's just leave it. I don't know. And also, I don't like. I know he said we're not debating, but I actually don't like debating, and it feels like a debate when like you're going back and forth about different opinions. So let's just get this straight. Um, in my video yesterday, I gave options to people to eat better food and go plant based at least, right? 2 meals a day. Now, bear in mind that those are people that eat meat and dairy and animal products three more times a day, even in snacks. So when I am giving options to have a breakfast and a lunch that is plant based with some ideas, my point is that I want them to experience having meals without the meat because it is a psychological attachment with having animal products, which is like the protein that we've been brainwashed for years to think is necessary and is the core element of a meal or of a plate. When even those that eat it, they should really just have a little piece, and the most of it should be plants anyway, right? But of course, I am vegan, and to me, if I could, I would make everybody experience the wonders of being vegan and plant-based. So the wonders of being mostly raw, having a whole food diet, and also experiencing the kindness that comes with a lifestyle. So this is absolutely something that I wish I could have the power to do. But in reality, and I'm a realist when it comes to this because I've been in practice for 10 years, when it comes to people that are not where we are, we have to meet them where they are. Because the moment we try and push everything onto them, they will retract, completely shut off. And on top of it, they will build in their mind this bias against what we are trying to teach them. And so we are actually breaking the castle there. We are really just taking that castle down, right? I want to build a relationship in the brain with neuroplasticity towards accepting, liking, enjoying, and actually appreciating that some meals can be made, or meals can be made with our animal products, that they taste amazing, and then from there you insert more and more and more and more plants, and then eventually maybe the penny will drop. And I'm also realistic about the fact that the penny won't drop for everybody. But the ones that we're trying to help, right? We are trying to just give them a better advice in comparison to what they are doing and following now. So when we do that, we really have to meet them where they're at, and we have to be kind of gentle. So yes, there are loads of people that have cardiovascular disease and they eat a lot of bad food and they eat a lot of animal products. And to me, it's like, okay, what's the first thing we need to take out here? Well, for me, the first thing to take out is fried food, animal products, so the saturated fats, and actually shift that towards a plant-based, plant-centric diet. And that diet may or may not have things like grains, right? So now, in an ideal world, for somebody that is sick, you want to put them on a cleanse that is alkaline for the body. So we're talking fruit and veggies. Again, this is something that a lot of people will look at as extreme. I have lost clients in the past when I started my practice by pushing cleanses on them, by making them want to, like by saying, hey, let's do this for a couple of months where you just eat these things and you avoid those. They freaked out because the idea of not having bread, the idea of not having rice, the idea of not having whatever freaked them out. So as you learn by practicing, this is what I call a practice, you have to adjust. And although it's not ideal all the time, you have to find a way that they're willing to start something different, stick to it, so it's sustainable, and build on it. So that is how you change people's behaviors and how you change their habits, right? You need to create new habits, and you need to do it gently because not everybody is a big bang kind of person. I am a big bang kind of person. Not everybody is. And I had to learn that the hard way. So this person was talking about how acidifying the grains were. Yes, grains are acidic in comparison to greens. Of course, the greens are the most alkaline. Fruit is the most alkaline. Oh, of course, 100%. But for a body that is healthy, right? Let's just talk about a normal person that is actually healthy and wants to eat plants, and they have mostly vegetables, like the 90% vegetables and fruit, and then they add a little bit of grains. Those grains are not going to do anything to them. They are in perfect conditions. For a person that is struggling with their health, right? They are going to have to really cut out acidifying food and really focus on alkaline food. And those are the people that will come to me with neurological disorders, with cancer, with everything that really requires that strict commitment because your life is at stake, right? Those are the people that will do it. But also, they will do it for as long as it takes. After that, they will be a little bit more balanced. Even Dr. Morse, right, who loves eating fruit, who preaches a fruitarian diet, even he sometimes goes for Indian food. He will have something, will have a cake, or will have a dessert, and he acknowledges it that he doesn't feel great after, and they will have to really recover from it. But it doesn't become extreme. It's like, this is how we should eat, especially if you're sick. That's like when you are sick, you're trying to reverse disease. Hey, you don't really have many choices. But for a healthy body, being like really strict and pushing it on them to be that way will push them away from the whole mission. I really am a firm believer in neuroplasticity, and to me, it is about creating connections and creating those connections with different relationships of thought pathways that can help people make better choices. I cannot sit here and say to everybody, eat like me. Not everybody wants to eat like me, but I can inspire people to try new things. And I give you an example. Tomorrow I have a dinner with my volleyball team, and I suggested a couple of places, and I suggested a couple of places that were either both they were vegetarian, vegan, vegetarian, vegan, omnivore with vegan options, or a vegan place. We talked about the finances. The most convenient financially is actually the vegan place. And I said to them, would you mind actually trying it? Because one meal won't kill you, and also there is such a variety of choices that you can make that you really love it. And everybody was really open to going there, which is perfect because then I don't even have to stress about it. I can eat, and I can't even eat everything. It's not I can't. I don't want to eat everything on the buffet. I only eat the things that are whole foods and mostly plant, like mostly salads and fresh. So a lot of the things that are fried and stuff, I won't touch them. But there I have choices, and I can go back to the buffet to have salad as much as I want. And generally I go for 3 servings easily. So they are doing me a favor because I didn't impose it on them. I gave them an option. We talked about which restaurant is more expensive than the other. And I would have been finding other restaurants too. And they were kind enough to wanting to go here, which serves everybody's purpose. And they don't feel like I pressure them to go to a vegan restaurant. They are keen to try something new. They're keen to have a meal that they haven't had before. And and maybe they'll get inspired to have more of the plants because they will see that it taste good. Now, is all of their food the healthiest? Hell no, it's not. They do a lot of overcooked food, and they do a lot of things that, like extra oil, things that I wouldn't even eat at home. But with that, they can see that actually they can have their croquettes or whatever, and the pasta and whatever, and it's plant-based, and they can actually eat it and be full and feel satisfied, and they don't need to have flesh on their plate. And that's how you meet people with that, right? Now, I would make better choices because I have all these salads and green and fresh stuff. Sometimes I put dressing on it. I wouldn't have dressing at home, but if I'm going out, I'm not going to be, extreme about it and make a fuss and, throw the toys out of my pram. I'm going to be understanding that I have chosen to go out and socialize, and I'm going to make better choices. Now, where I actually fighting disease, doing a cleanse, either I wouldn't go out, or if I went out to socialize, either I would have eaten at home, or I would have taken something with me that I could eat, like fresh fruit. For example, if they didn't have the salads, right? Or ask to have a salad that didn't have dressing. I would have done that because I would have been in a state where I was cleansing, I was healing, and I needed to be strict. But right now, I'm feeling really good. I don't have to worry about it. And if once I have that, it's not a big deal. Now, today I went out for a birthday. I had a bowl which had, crispy chickpeas. They were made in the oven. They were not oily. They were perfect. I had avocado. I had salad. I had some tomatoes. I had some carrots that were roasted. And then I asked for extra fruit on the plate because there was just not much otherwise. And I asked for pear and apple. And then there was some seeds. That was my meal, and it was perfectly fine. And then I had a soup. It was cooked, but I had a soup. And you know what? The soup had olive oil. I don't use oil at home. I don't use oil in my cooking, but I had it. It's not gonna kill me. It's gonna be okay. And now I'm fasting until tomorrow. Not a big deal. So meet people with that. Otherwise, honestly, you lose them because nobody wants to feel like you are trying to force them to do something. Try to attract people the best way that you can. Inspire them, share knowledge, share the truth, but learn something. Not everybody's ready for a certain truth. Sometimes you tell them that certain food can make them sick. It doesn't register because they haven't gotten sick, or they haven't really connected the dots that that's what's making them sick. So take the time to be compassionate towards where they're at, because otherwise you lose them. This is really the simple truth. As a coach, as a nutritionist, working with clients for 10 years, trust me when I say it's the best way to do it this way. You have to be somewhat flexible. Now, would I want to tell my client, when I give a meal plan to my clients, will I put animal products? No, I don't add them in. But if they say, can I have eggs? I'm like, look, this is the truth about eggs. This is what it does for your health. This is what the acidity is, blah, blah, blah. I'm not home with you. I'm not cooking for you. And I cannot force you because you're an adult. You got to make your own choices. But this is information I'm sharing with you. This is why I created the meal plan as it is. You have to make your choices. That is the way to do it, guys. In my opinion. Because again, I lost clients at the beginning of my practice when I was so excited about certain things that I learned. I really wanted them to be the healthiest version. Let's go big bang. Let's just clear up your kitchen. Let's get everything out and just eat this and this and this. And they freaked out and they were like, crazy woman. No. So that is not good as a practitioner, not just because you lose clients. There's actually the last thing is because you lose confidence thinking I'm not able to help someone else, right? Because they don't want to help themselves in that way, or they need more support by doing things step by step. And again, if somebody comes to you that is sick, then you have to be really candid and be like, there is no shitting around here. You gotta do it properly, otherwise you're not gonna heal. That's just the reality. But otherwise, quite frankly, we have to meet people where they're at. So that's what my takeaway is, and I hope it makes sense.